Dude, what's up guys? I missed ya. How you doing? It's been a little bit, been super busy with life, but I want to be more consistent with YouTube. I've been doing pretty good this year, especially with these Lotus Exige how-tos. I love the how-tos on the Lotus Exige. Thank you so much for tuning into those. Sorry I sold my MR2. It is what it is. I did want to say right as soon as we get into this car's really coming along and looking really good. So this is a 2006 Lotus Exige Rare, not very many of them. And this is actually an NA version, so naturally aspirated, no supercharger. I'm very interested in putting on an OEM supercharger for a reasonable price and doing a how-to to do that, but I also am going to do a supercharger on a 2005 Toyota Celica GTS. That'll be on this channel soon. One of the things that you might notice though is I have these, they're called Lotus Sport suspension, I think is, or Super Sport, Lotus Sport suspension. They're called LSS wheels. These ones are in black. They look really good, but they're currently missing the OEM hubcap, or OEM center cap, I guess is what, not hubcap, the center cap. And here's what the OEM one looks like right here. So it is in the Lotus colors. As you guys can see, this is the original Lotus color right here. And then also we're gonna be doing today the Lotus front badge. Fascinating how these are both OEM, but different color. Isn't that fascinating? That is literally factory, but they actually didn't even match that. As you know, I've also removed the Lotus Exige steering wheel and went with this same new black and silver look. Very modern, very nice, very me, Mitch, very Mitch Dore. So that being said, I'm gonna show you guys how to pop these off. There is a little bit of effort that needs to go into it. And then I do want to show about the front nose badge. We're going to install that one. We'll actually do the front nose badge first. The other night I was working out and I wanted to start this and I was trying to pry this off and I really couldn't get it. So then I got really frustrated and came out and I was able to pop it off. What I read online, so originally I started out with using a fishing line. It kept on breaking the fishing line. It didn't come off at all. So then I got a thicker plastic like line. I don't know if I still have it. Let me see if I have it. I'm gonna show you guys it. A thicker, right here, here it is. A thicker line, and it broke this too. And this is pretty thick, and I couldn't get behind the 3M tape. So what I ended up doing is even taking my little plastic, this right here, and it broke this popper, this thing that popped off. So you're probably gonna have this, they really put that on with 3M. So I ended up actually doing is taking a flathead screwdriver and prying it off. Not really recommended, but I actually got it. So, as I was prying it off, I finally got underneath it. It bent the badge. You guys can see this. And then once I got it up here, I was able to put my hand up here and pop it off. Behind here, it did, some of the 3M tape, or some of the tape came up with this. And it's weird. It's like there is a badge and then there's a plastic cover with 3M on the badge as well. And then these are not screwed in. These are just an alignment. So you don't actually have to go underneath the mesh here. You can actually just come from the top here. Look right here, there was no screw or anything. It just popped up. Maybe I broke it off, but I don't think so. This is it. So the badge did break, but it did come off. This doesn't matter if the clam right here has some of the red coming up because it's covered by the GRP one. So what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna clean this, and this is a rubber wheel, and it'll get all the excess 3M off. What we're gonna wanna do now is you're also gonna wanna put a little bit of cleaner. So I use a little bit of cleaner, just like that. And then you wipe it off as well, so that you have a nice, clean, adhesive surface for the new GRP badge, and we'll start that. Here's the new badge. This is from Greg's Racing Parts. You can visit, I'm pretty sure I always have them linked. And I like this. This is a nice, more modern look. If you're trying to truly be OEM, yeah, you can stay with the, I don't know what you call it, the British Racing Green and the yellow. You can stay with those, but I think that this is more me. It looks really good. You know, I did this with the side marker. Everyone's been pretty happy with those. I like that as well. It's just more of a me. I like the black and red. That's my favorite look on a car. And Lotus did a pretty good job on it. We're just doing all the final pieces. So let's go ahead and take this. This is a little bit pliable. It's not a fixated badge like a hard plastic one like that. So we are gonna add a little bit of heat. I'm gonna use a hairdryer, heat this. I love heat. Heat makes the tape on the back of these so sticky and it never comes off. especially if you're gonna wash the car in rain where I live, all that. You never want this badge to come off. So let's get some heat onto it. Bam, just like that, installed. Okay, I have this I've had this hair dryer. This is not a heat gun, but I like a hair dryer. All my videos, you should buy one of these. A black hair dryer, it looks manly, right? But this hair dryer, you use it on the back side of the sticker and the actual clam, and heat both sides up till when it's like, when you touch it, it feels like the plastic is hot, like sticky and tacky and hot. And then you put the badge on. It will not go anywhere. And then what's gonna happen is once I sit it on there, I also do a post heat, and I'll heat around it. And then it's warm to the touch right now. Like this whole area is warm to the touch, and I'll let it sit overnight and before I ever wash the car or anything, and it will cure to the car. You use that. It's a good way to never have like a badge come up. Even with like 3M tape, like if you're gonna do, I don't know if I have a 3M badge on this car, but if you do have a 3M badge, it's the same thing. Use heat to excite the molecules, and then they'll cling, and it doesn't come off. I'm telling you, it's a really good way. So like if you're washing your car and then it comes off, it's usually because you didn't heat it, and the temperature, when you raise the tacky of it, like raise the back of it, it truly will be a better adhesive, and you won't lose your badge, you won't lose your anything like that. But it definitely needs a clean adhesive surface. There we go. I've installed it. I like it a lot. I can see that I did kind of scuff right here, which is the clear bra. There is a clear bra. I kind of scuffed it. I think you might be able to heat it and then rub it in a little bit. I'm not sure how to make it perfect on the clear bra. I might have just scratched it a little bit, but you can't really tell, or star shield or whatever you call it. But I'm absolutely obsessed with that small details. When people come and look up at the car, they're gonna be like, what is this? They'll always do that, and they're like, oh, nice, a Lotus. Instead of seeing, yeah, right there, that's a good look. Instead of seeing this, like, bruh, that doesn't go with the car at all. If I were to buy a Ferrari, low-key, I'd probably do Ferrari all black, the badges on it, instead of the same color as this, the yellow of the Ferrari. So next step, I actually did clean the wheels. They look really good. Oh, I love these wheels. I love these wheels. I had these for my MR2, and then I sold them, but they were in silver on my MR2. Go look at my old Instagram. It was a pretty cool looking setup. Instead of the black or red, it was black and silver wheels with the LS. It looked pretty good. Okay, so all you gotta do on these ones is they will just pop out if you just grab them with your fingers. These center caps, pretty easy. Now, the way that I already got one out, I was testing all this stuff to see if I can make sure I can do a good, proper YouTube video. That's how you pop that off. Amazing. Look how good it looks. I'm just obsessed. Oh, that actually makes the car look more valuable to me. I'm so happy with that nose. I did it on my ELISE turbo too. Okay, to get this one, this is the same thing right here, is it just has backing on it. Right here, you see this? And what I did with this one is I couldn't get a flathead underneath there, so I took one of my pocket knives, literally a knife blade, because I needed that sharpness of the knife blade, and I went underneath here like that, and I popped it up. That's literally what I did. But you can see here, this is a really thick, this isn't even resin, this is actual plastic. This is gonna be a resin. And yeah, you can see that that's how they put it on there. Then I came in here and I cleaned the backing of this right here. There's still a little bit left. Again, I use the cleaner wheel, like that. And then I'll heat this and put it on this, and we'll install the first one, and we'll do it 4 times. So we'll do no badge, or center cap with badge, center cap with ugly badge, and then we'll do it without. I'm telling you, without, or with, with the final black and silver. It'll look so good. Okay, so much better. Super easy, must do. You have to do this. If you're doing black and red like I am, it looks so good. If you're doing black and silver, like I used to do on my, so the car is black and then you have silver accents, oof, that looks so super good. But I'm really happy. You know, obviously it's not black and red. I think actually too much black and red, like if you do a red ring around these wheels, not clean, not aesthetic. It's kind of too much in my opinion. Corvette does that where they have a ring around. That's not my thing. I can see it, but just not my thing. I think that this looks, compared to this without, without a center cap, and then you come back over here and you look at this first one done, that is good. I probably should powder coat the lug nuts. I wonder if GRP has some black lug nuts that could be on the to-do list next. And I want to get this black powder coated. And then I'm thinking about throwing a supercharger right here. But yeah, remember all the mods that we did inside this car, guys? It looks so exotic. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and finish the rest of the badges. Super simple things that make the car look so much better. I love that front nose badge. I'm looking at that constantly. It makes me really happy. I paired it with the titanium or what, I can't remember how light those, whatever those were. I think they were titanium bolts for the axis panels. Look so good compared to the OEMs that I had before. I love the wheels now too. That makes me so happy. It's just small things that when I go to the parking lot, I'll notice that and I look at it constantly. These are small mods that you should do. I think it looks good. This is for me. Like if I were to buy a Mira, I would do the same thing. I would do small things like this. Little things like this make me so happy working on cars. Like just making it mine and clean and aesthetic. Small good YouTube videos like this. These little how-tos are awesome. One of the things I did notice though is that I actually shaved, meaning I removed this, had this filled, and I didn't have turn signals on my old Lotus ELISE. That was so sick. It looked so exotic and wide. I do miss that versus having the turn signals. One of the fun things also too that I noticed, and some people might think that this looks more sporty, and I can totally see that, but the Europe ones have this headlight, the turn signal, and then they usually have fog lights too, that's crazy. It's way too much going on for my taste. I even just deleted the fog lights off my CELICA. But I think that this looks really clean, aesthetic. I am really, really happy with how this car is turning out. This is, you know, one of my dream cars, an Exige, super cool. And it's in the red, the bright red, my red. This is not like, this is called Ardent, but this is like the bright red. This is my favorite. I like cars that are like the Ferrari red. That's my ultimate favorite color. Especially like if I got a Lambo, it would be that color. It wouldn't, like my Evo, the old Evo that I had was on the Evo 10 was maroonish. I like the rally red on the Evo 9, which is like this. So I think that this is actually one of the best colors of red I've ever owned. I love this red. I think that this might be the best color of red I've ever owned. So really happy with the way this turned out. We are gonna be doing some spark plugs to make the car go faster. I'm gonna clean the mass airflow sensor. I'm gonna show you guys a little how-to to do that, super simple. And then I'm finishing this series with that JanSpeed Stage 2, and I'm really, really excited. So that's gonna be coming too, and then the car's gonna be amazing. Of course, we're probably gonna do a little bit more power stuff with it. It's just who I am, I always add more power to it. But overall, this Exige is looking pretty dang special. I'm really happy. So make sure to like, subscribe, swing by my website, MitchDore.com. I always say that. And then swing by Greg's Race Parts. Loves Greg's stuff. I've been purchasing his stuff for like 6 or 7 years now. And he always does a good job. Just great company. I really like it and I support him. So like, subscribe, swing by MitchDore.com. See you guys in the next video.